Good morning, YouTubers. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today, I got a great video planned out. I want to talk a little bit about a conversation that I had recently with someone about central bank digital currencies. The conversation actually started out that it's not the end of the world. I mean, so what if we go to central bank digital currencies? I mean, we're pretty much already digital with credit cards, debit cards. I mean, most restaurants and businesses barely get any cash. When I heard that, I was like, oh my word, dude. If people all thought like this, they're totally missing out on what will probably, in my opinion, happen when we have a central bank digital currency. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, and really, in a way, the truth of it, but in a way, what people are going to miss out on when this happens. So if you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. It helps me out more than you know with the algorithm and everything. And leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. So, first of all, in a way, I will say he is partially right. We are already getting acclimated to a central bank digital currency by going digital. People use credit cards, debit cards. I actually know one lady that she never has cash on her. I'm talking, she don't even have a 5 or a 10 on her. She swipes her phone, Google Pay, PayPal, credit card, debit card. It's not the end of the world, she thinks. She says, it's great. Her check gets direct deposited. She never has any cash. Now, there's a few things wrong with this. First of all, in my personal opinion, if an emergency ever happened, even something as simple as a power outage, I've talked about this before when our town had a huge power outage, and it wasn't just the power, it was actually the digital, I guess you can call it the digital lines, maybe it was the internet lines, however you say it, and a lot of people didn't have gas. I hung out that afternoon with a friend at a gas station, and I was just starting out, just sitting there talking with her and just chilling, and as people were coming in, every customer, hey, the pumps ain't working, your card ain't working, oh, can I pay up here? Yeah, you can if you have cash. A lot of people were like, well, if I go across the street, everybody's down. The whole city. This ain't the first time we've seen that happen. That's why I always tell people you should always have cash or some kind of means of trade. Even when I was in the military in the Middle East, I had a kid, before I was even a gold and silver stacker, I had a young sailor basically explain to me why I should have my dog tags on a 2-ounce solid gold necklace. The necklace was 24 karat gold, 2 ounces. It was heavy. It was pretty cool. I put my dog tags on them. And at the time, I was like, it's $800. Who cares? Now, I know some of y'all just caught that. $800. That was back when gold was $400 an ounce. It was just a cool thing. It looked neat. I said, you know what? What's $800? And now that necklace easily $4,000. And that's easy because it was also jewelry and, somebody made it and stuff. So, it has extra value. But it was explained to me that, that necklace, no matter where I end up in the world, if I ever get in some kind of trouble, that necklace will more than likely get me out of trouble. Now, I know someone out there is going to be like, if you're in trouble, how about they just take it from you? There's not much you could do about it if you're already in trouble. And that's a possibility. But a lot of times, how you treat people, I've found, when I was abroad, even in the Middle East, I treated people with a lot of respect. Who they were didn't matter to me. I treated everybody with respect, and I usually got taken care of and treated well. Whereas they might have had a bad feeling towards Americans in some cases, but everybody got along with me. So I'm thankful for that. But where I'm going with that is, we go on a digital currency. It's not just the fact that if a power outage happens, it's the fact that all the restrictions they can put on that money. I want you to think for a minute. Maybe they don't want you buying pew-pews. Well, all of a sudden you can't use that money on pew-pews. If you're upset and you want to use your money, you want to take it out of the bank. You can't do that. When you go in a casino, imagine going into a casino and buying, $500 worth of chips, and you're just, jumping table to table and you're playing. Sorry, sir, you can't cash out your chips. What? That's exactly what it's going to be like. When you go to a digital currency, there's no getting out of the system. The only thing you can do with their currency, because technically the money ain't your money. Even cash is not really your. I mean, you can use cash because if they shut you off with cash, you can just give it to someone else and then they can use the cash. But on a digital currency, they could freeze your wallets, freeze your bank accounts, essentially. They can freeze everything. But that's even assuming there's even bank accounts. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. We all bank with different banks. If the Fed launched a central bank digital currency, they don't need banks. They don't need tellers. They don't need maintenance on those banks. They don't need cleaners. They don't need buildings. They don't need nothing. You have a digital wallet, and that digital currency that is in there is yours, and you have one of two options. You either hold it or you send it to another digital wallet that belongs to someone else. And if they don't want anybody using it to buy pew-pews, they can change the rules instantly. Now, will they do that? Probably not, but who knows what could happen. If they think that, you know what, we don't want you buying more than 4 cans of canned goods today because of shortages, you ain't buying them. There's no more, I'll just go get in another line and get what I need. I mean, let's say they say that, you've got cash, you can just go to another line, another store. It's no big deal. With a central bank digital currency, it is the ultimate control. You control the money, you can shut them off from all buying, selling, or trading in a flip of a switch. Now, I know right off, for those of you guys that are religious people, I'm not going to get into religion, but I'm going to briefly mention it. You guys have heard in the Bible about a one world currency, and you either do as you're told or you will not buy, sell, or trade. For a while I used to think, man, too many runarounds. It couldn't happen. More and more I'm seeing how it could happen. Now, would there be loopholes? Well, truth of the matter is there's loopholes in everything. But if you have nothing now, you're probably not going to have anything later. Now, precious metals could come under attack. Pew-pews could come under attack. Any item that they want to shut down the purchasing of, it would take nothing. But here's the thing. Let's say you have a little bit of precious metals put aside. I mean, maybe you have like 10, 15 precious metals ounces. Somebody else is sitting on something that you need. Yeah, now you can't use your digital currency to buy that item, but you might be able to trade a few ounces of silver for it. Or whatever the item is, depending on the cost. You trade a few ounces of silver. Now, some people right off the bat will say, well, if they ban the purchases of gold and silver, what's really establishing a price? There's no price then. You can't have a price if you can't buy it. That's not true. I mean, you can't technically buy a lot of contraband items, and yet there's still an established market price because there is always going to be someone out there that wants something. It can be anything. You think of any item, and there's someone out there that wants it. I mean, darn, I saw one YouTuber, she was selling her bath water on her OnlyFans account. And I'm like, what in the world? She just sold $20,000 in bath water. You wouldn't be able to get me out of the shower. But I'm not going to start selling bath water. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter what it is. Someone's going to want it. And it doesn't take much when you're a central bank digital currency to flip a switch, stop you from buying something, or essentially just limit how you use your funds. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part, I know they want to say the reason they need to do it is to stop tax cheats and all this stuff. The truth of the matter is there's going to be loopholes around that too. Someone had actually asked me about that one day. what he would be able to do. And I said, there's ways around it. If enough people said, well, how could you get around it? Maybe I'll do a video on that separately. But it wouldn't be recommended, to do anything that is breaking the rules. But yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is it really does change the game, and people don't understand what they're giving up every time they even swipe their credit card. You know, that whole coin shortage, I actually thought that coin shortage and that money shortage and all that, cash shortage, and how the whole cough was getting transferred around via using paper money because I touched it, you touched it. I actually seen people putting fast food in a box and then handing you the box, and then you take your fast food out of it because they didn't want you catching the whole cough thing. It's ridiculous that people think that going to a digital currency is going to solve everything and all of our problems. Now, will it have pros? I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's no pros to having a digital currency. Obviously there is. I'll be honest, that lady that she has 100% digital, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool in the sense that she can instantly pay a bill in like a second, and everything is done from her phone. Literally, she's just zapping her bills instantly. Everything's automatic, and she don't spend any time really calling up me. I call my credit card company, and I'd like to pay this bill, and okay, and then they get all my info and stuff, and then they take the money out of my account. She don't have to do any of that. But I'm more worried about the taxes. They're going to tax everything. If I give my kid $20 to go to the movies, or, well, probably $30 to go to the movies by then, maybe $40, who knows with inflation. Oh, I forgot, my bad. Inflation is under control, and it's coming down, and it's going to be back well under 2% in no time at all. But let's just say hypothetically, if I give him $40 to go to the movies, they're going to take their cut. And then when he pays the movie theater, they're going to take their cut. And when the movie theaters pay their employees, they're going to take their cut. When they pay their vendors, they're going to take their cut. When you tip someone $5 at the restaurant, they're going to take their cut. The amount of money that will come in from that will be astronomical. Hopefully they're not watching this video right now, because just telling them that would probably make them want to do it. These people that think that we will never go to a digital currency, I think they're delusional, because I think it's coming. I think it's great that there are politicians that are standing up against it, but it's coming. It's going to come, and when it comes, it's not going to be friendly. A lot of people are going to miss the opportunity to get into hard assets, I believe, like gold and silver, and the prices and the premiums will soar for physical silver and physical gold, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. But we'll see. I thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you took a quick minute, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know what you think, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.